Wait. What's that mean? Minor legend increase. Complete Komodo Lighthouse. But I've been there before. How do I complete it? Questions I have. Many a question. Maybe you do? Like, maybe I'll get eagle noises. Growl! Get up there. Maybe the quest took me up here, but there's still like a thing to do up here. Oh. Come on, baby, light my fire. Wait, that's like all the more reason for her to have not warped me out of there at the end of that quest. There was that material I wanted, but also there's like a thing you can do at lighthouses. It did like, that did like nothing for me, but still. Now it's completed. Good feedback. Whenever you look around, oop. How many lighthouses are there? How many lighthouses are there? This is the other lighthouse I went to with her quest? Yeah. We fought our way into here too. When she said we were going to go to a lighthouse, I was slightly confused. Because I was like, didn't we... You mean the same one? They used to play at specifically the same lighthouse that we established earlier? Oh fuck, I keep missing the letters. I'm like, I guess it's economical storytelling, but... No, yeah, this is the one that had material at the top. I didn't even realize we were at a different lighthouse just now than the one from the thing. This is the one we fought our way into. The other one must be the one we buried them at. Such plentiful lighthouses. Gives you a little bit of progress. But really it's just a thing you wouldn't want to not complete because it's just right there. All you do is press a button on it. Who would not complete that? Fort Nakayama. Some of these are just like not milestones, landmarks that I've established, but there's not just nothing else left to do in them, I guess. There's a few local locations I'm curious about checking out. I want to visit the archer guy and go down his storyline, and he's in the area. But this area is also just like dense with question marks, and I feel like it'd be weird not to be curious about those question marks. Ah. I'm in Breath of the Wild mode here. It's another fox den! Not gonna lie, there's a slight existential crisis settling in with the realization that the fox dens... You require exponentially more fox dens per charm. And while it is a cute inclusion in the game, there's part of me that starts to realize, like, oh, right. This is the kind of game that wants you to kind of do the same thing over and over again for dozens of hours. And the fox dens are kind of turning into that. I was like, oh, that's cute. But then it's like, okay, that's a lot of them, though. And it's not just you find a shrine and you bow to it. You specifically find a fox who then guides you to a shrine in a way that seems explicitly designed to add 1 minute to the game's playthrough every time you find one. You know what I mean? So it's just like a certain aspect of like, it feels like explicitly designed to add to game, essentially. Like, we want game to be X long, alright? Or here's an activity that will take approximately 1 hour. Just follow the fox over the course of the entire game. That'll add 1 hour to the entire playthrough. You start to feel those eventually.
私の兄はお侍に憧れていて、竹の稽古台を作ってずっと市内を振り回してましたよ。
竹を切るか。腕を上げるのに良さそうだな。お主の兄と稽古したいものだ。
恐れながら兄はすでに病で。ですが、登りと稽古台を見るたびに兄を思い出します。
無念であったな。礼を言う。達者で。
Ah, yes. Every time I see a stand, I will now think of someone I never met who's dead. Rest in peace. Kind of fucked up. They just gave me an undiscovered location. I think they're suggesting that I should go fight that bamboo stand to level up. But she's like, ah, yes, that bamboo stand. Every time I see it, it reminds me of my long-lost brother. Ah. Sweet, I just learned where I could chop some bamboo. Like, I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna destroy this thing that's like her only vestige of family. And like, I'm not gonna fix it and replace it, right? So it's just gonna become... Nah. Hey there. The foxes are really cute. I just kind of wish I kind of wish that this activity asked something of me. You do just follow a fox. And so far the most extreme thing the fox does is this game's quote-unquote platforming, which is like Uncharted platforming, like a original trilogy. I think I heard that they did something creative in 4 or something, but I haven't played it. But in the original trilogy of Uncharted, you just linearly went on a path of pre-designated platforms and handholds and pretty much just held down a direction. It's like Assassin's Creed without the freedom. So unfortunately all these things involve is me following the fox for a bit, or sometimes a little bit of platforming, but that platforming is hyperlinear and not really challenging because they can't make it challenging, because if it was challenging it would be kind of terrifying, because this game doesn't have the best platforming controls as we've established. So I'd be a little worried. I can equip another one of these already. Abilities that use resolve have 50% chance to refund when resolved. That'd be nice. Moderately reduce damage when you're at half health. Increasing your chance of survival, basically. 5% chance to crit. Increase... Moderate increase to melee damage. What? What's this OP shit? I will say... I'm curious now. Just as a side detail. I'm kind of curious though, like if we're gonna quickly be done following foxes. That'd be kind of nice if it just kind of didn't overstay its welcome by having you do it like 100 times. Because I only see one more charm slot. And only 7 would be required to get that. But like this area, like there could easily be 7 more foxes just in this area here and here that I haven't been in yet. So I'm shocked that I'm so far in that progression system, and there's 2 more regions up here. I wonder if you quickly finish the fox activities. And at that point I wonder, is there incentive to keep finding foxes, or is that actually all of the foxes? And then at that point it then becomes more about, like, what if maybe they slot on an entirely new mechanic to progress. Yasha's Embers. Beware the warrior's fiery vengeance. So it's another weapon skin. I think that was a dagger skin? Heavenly Falcon, Yasha's Embers. That's a little garish. Honestly, the starting one's pretty good. This one's kind of fun. There's some swag there. This one just looks kind of silly. It's like... It looks like a silly kid's toy kind of thing. And I say that as somebody who bought those kinds of things as a kid. I have a short katana, a long katana, and like a dumb-shaped, weird, like spiky machete in my closet somewhere. Just because as a kid, I would just unironically be like, oh my god, each katana is so cool, Japanese is so cool, I'm 13. And I would like buy dumb things like that. There was definitely an embarrassing part of my my teenage years where I had a katana on my wall somewhere. But that's aging. I mean, that's the same age where I was using my DeviantArt account, so that's just growing up. Other people had their live journals and their fan fiction and stuff, and their Sonic OC. I didn't do any of those. I keep pressing X to hurry up and jump to the next thing, but it actually makes him not jump. You actually legitimately just hold down the joystick and he just does the entire section automatically. Which is a choice, I guess. Somewhat interesting because the last two franchises both had platforming in them. Because Sucker Punch made Sly Cooper and Infamous, which were both pretty enjoyable. In fact, I liked Infamous Second Son. It was one of my first PS4 games and I had a good time with it. I didn't do a Let's Play of it, but I considered it, but that was back when I had a really narrow idea of what things I would do a Let's Play of. That was back when I used to play games and wouldn't always record them. But now I've fully monetized my hobby. I have reached my final form. I didn't... That might have been a handhold back there. Hello. Do I ever get the ability to jump to stumps like that? I think I do. I bet I get like a crazy, like, like that ninja, like, kunai rope. Kunai with chain! I probably start doing some of that, Sekiro, like, rope platforming eventually. Because I'm definitely noticing a pattern where certain parts of the environment have a stump up on the top of a wall. And it really looks like a place you're supposed to be able to platform, and it's really inconvenient to go around. Like I saw a couple of them there where those stumps are in a sequence directly above each other in a really telegraphed way that looks similar to like how normal handholds are just in a sequence together. And I saw a similar looking thing when we were trying to get to the Thunder Sword area, and it just really seemed like we should be able to go further, and I had to go all the way around, and it seemed not right. And it likely is because there's a platforming mechanic that I just don't have yet.
Sakai.
先生、巴の消息は？
つかめたが、今のお主ではかなわんな。
巴を鬼とお思いですか？
まあ、誤りではあるまい。あやつに恐れはない。誉れを知らぬ。生まれついての人殺しだ。
覚えがあります。
いや、お主にはわからん。来い。
いずこへ？
弓の修練場、猛虎が鍛えておるらしい。おそらく巴もおるはず。
巴が恐れ知らずであれば良い味方になりましょう。
恐れ知らずは獣と同じ。
獣では弓を得得できません。
忘れることだ。味方になりはせん。
何故裏切りを？
持てる技を全て授けてやったのだが、恩を仇で返したゆえ罰したのだ。
おつらかったでしょ
う。中山で捕虜が死んでおっただろう。あれは巴が殺めたものだ。初めてではなかろう。
何か事情があるのやも。
事情などあるものか。
You don't, I do. Pretty. I imagine that the screen must be kind of trashy and blurry sometimes in this playthrough. If you're curious about that, it's because it tends to be kind of a set bit rate that YouTube videos can have. And having a large number of moving, high detail, contrasty things all over the screen tends to just turn into mud. This game has like flowing grass and rain all over the screen and leaves flying through the air, and then I move the camera like this sometimes and it just all becomes like probably just a gray mess. You just taunt me?
登る以外なかったのでは？
いや、登れと言っただけだ。お主の鍛錬にな。やだ、日本式のものもあるな。
猛虎は離れた様子です。
的の近くに足跡があるかもな。
的などどこに？
櫓のそばだ。
まずまずの出来。
矢が落ちたところへ行け。
Dude just told me to climb over that spot basically for fun.
ほら急げ。
Oop. Just get down. It's a ways away. Ooh. What have I wandered into? There's something like right here. I wonder if I can side quest for a second. In the middle of our other thing. It's a hot spring. I'm in the middle of this other thing, but no. It's time for some samurai butt.
Komodaの浜で死んだ我が友、葛西、松戸、本郷。お主らの対馬への思い忘れはせん。
We'll just try to ignore the fact that these somehow happened, like, in the middle of this other quest. I'm not gonna waste the trip. I think I fell off task pretty bad. But there was a thing and I wanted to go to it. I'm impulsive and time wasting. You can't stop me. While we're on the topic of technical issues, if you ever hear like a soft like in the background, probably when I speak because of the noise gate, that's the PlayStation 4 fan. I do a noise gate pass. I mean a noise removal pass on the audio of every episode of every PS4 game I ever play. Or I try to. At least in the atmospheric games. Oh god. But if the fan changes pitch, that doesn't always work. Oh, that's a dog. Nope. That hit no one. Oops, mixed up my buttons a little bit. Wasted my kunai for no reason. Every now and then I try to press light attack, and I accidentally threw a kunai, because that's often what R1 is. Whoops. They just straight up ambushed. Like, that just came at me. That was a lot coming my way. Ooh. Did I just see some? Nope, that's the shine of the shield. Yeah, I'll do a noise removal pass to try to get the constant humming in the background out of the audio, but you know, when the PlayStation 4 fan changes intensity periodically, because it's just angry at all the games it plays, whenever it does that, it changes pitch, and that can fuck with that. I like to think the Mongols were all hiding because they saw me coming, because I fell for their spa trap, but they strangely didn't attack me when I was in their spa trap, so maybe not.
なかなかの腕だ。
存分に休めましたか。
立ちさばきを観察していたのだ。
Could have been absorbing my corpse.
猛虎がおるとご承知でしたね。
まあな。
伝えなかったわけは。
あれ式の敵に敗れるようでは巴には歯が立たぬからな。
これは戦だとお忘れですか。
戦を解かれる筋合いはない。これからも腕試しは続けるぞ。
道理で巴に襲われるわけです。
はてさて、巴はどこへやら。
探しましょう。ここに足跡が10人かそれ以上。
後を追え。
Observing my corpse, not absorbing my corpse.
うかうかしておったら死ぬぞ。
次こそ弓をお使いに。
あやつがいればな。
いなかったら。
お主一人で十分ではないのか。
無論です。
よくぞ申した。
That's not normal. It's super not normal to be able to take out a dozen soldiers. They are all people like you, and equally as likely to win a battle in many cases. It sounds like we've never fought in a war until that one, so we're not even a battle-hardened veteran. We have a history of being a coward, and that was likely our first real conflict, despite however much training. There's like a casual, silly aspect of video games where you're just used to the idea that they just expect you to be able to wipe out hordes of people. But it gets weirder when the characters are acknowledging it, but not in like a wow, crazy how you can just kill those people, but like completely different things.
何の罪があるというのだ。
It's a hell of a thing for them just to expect you to like exterminate hordes in character. What? Okay. If the enemy spots you, they start executing prisoners. That's a problem. Oh, he spotted me. Fuck. Fuck you. There we go. Whew. I have to quickly avoid them reaching the prisoners. Hi. What's up? Everyone all right?
猛虎の中に島の女子はいたか。
やはり島の者、命を下してました。
どのような。
先生がどうとか湯がどうとか聞こえたのはそれだけです。面目ない。
外道に技を授けてしまったか。
巴は猛虎を指揮していたそうです。日吉の湯の名も出したとか。
よからぬことを始める気だ。酒井、お主の平日、志村やわしの教えではないな。
猛虎は比類なき強敵です。倒すことを優先したまで。
武士が守りてぞ。追い打ちは野党のすること。
菰田を知らぬゆえ。
見ずともわかるわ。地獄であったであろう。だが次の外道を育てる気はないぞ。
いかにも外道は一人で十分。
巴が日吉の湯を狙っておるなら備えなければならぬ。よいな。では道場で会おう。
Easier said than done. You're supposed to be a guardian. How dare you do that? And stuff like that. But like, bro, there's hostages. There be hostages. That said, actually, I didn't really do my like dishonorable stealthy approach this time. Except for one guy. I stabbed one guy real quick, but then they immediately spotted me, so I actually like duked it out and saved the hostages via raw speed of violence. Like spamming heavy attacks on the leader that was heading over to kill them. No! And then immediately using my mythic ability to wipe him the fuck out. Out of existence. Out of existence. So we're pretty good at the moment. There we go. He kind of just went right back. I guess I can do just that. Might as well. It's easier to fast travel, I think, because at the moment we are like up on the top of a hill or something. The dogs are definitely a risk. Yeah, this is not a horse. This is also not a horse-friendly area, I guess. We have to do this. But yeah, on top of just having a somewhat difficult enemy just thrown into all the fights, and that like it has a different move and it's kind of unblockable and swift and a small chaos enemy. We also have to worry about it being an additional challenge during combat. I mean, stealth. The dogs are likely to find me faster than anyone else normally would. Which is basically what they're for in early societies and all that. And also it's why dogs basically exist. It's easy to be frustrated when a dog just keeps barking and stuff in a neighborhood. But at some point it's like it's kind of not their fault. We've specifically bred them and for that, like being an alarm and being alert and reacting to things is like the #1 instinct that they generally were bred for, in that was basically why they had a role to play in society in the first place. Being a thing you keep for fun or as fashion and other nonsense is all that all came later.
Tomoeの消息は
日吉の湯の内と外で人が居殺されたそうだ。おかげで村の往来はすっかり減ってしまった。
巴の仕業だと。
適切な場に弓取りを置けば村の孤立などたやすい。
先生が長尾家でお使いになられた兵術ですね。
巴は覚えが早いな。
いかにもまるであなたの分身です。
ならばそれを逆手に取ってやるぞ。
Ah. So now it's like, how do we defeat him? That'll be our approach.
来い。
いかにして敵を見つけるのです。
己を巴と思え。日吉の人の出入りを掌握するのであればどこに兵を置く。
He just wanted the linen. Oh no, I can't get back. There we go.
浜への道は数人で足ります。
さよう。
宿の後ろの道に。
いいな。 隠れ場もなければ見通しも悪い。わずかな人数で村全体を制すのだぞ。
村の橋を見張る者がいるでしょ
いかにも。
う。村の入り口を兵で固めてはいかがでしょ
もはや街道に人はおらぬぞ。兵を置くだけ無駄だろう。
村の南の道は上り坂。弓を射るには最適かと。
筋がいいではないか。見込みがあるな。では参るぞ。
Seems like it's about where they might attack from. Reach the coastal road, 200 meters away. Oop. Oh. We've largely been in here already, haven't we? This will be interesting. I think we're basically gearing up for like this big siege of sorts where we're gonna have a war in that area. It makes sense. Like when we first got here, I was like, what is this huge area I'm playing through? None of these hubs are quite like this, but I think it's because that entire area is essentially a level and we can expect to be fighting in it. But we'll see.